Adelaide, and you can hear it really clearly there. Let's have a look at this replay. Oh, wow. Look at that axle tramp going on for Wilson. Very late on the brakes. That was graphic. That was huge. We haven't seen that so far in the phase of Super Utes.
Yeah, that Ute's been developed during the off-season and missed the first round. Was due to be there at Adelaide, but they sat that one out to get things right before coming down here to Winton.
So the axle tramp I was talking about, it looks like he's slotted the gear a little bit early on the run down to 10, and it just pretty much does a little compression lock-up in the engine, stops those rear wheels turning as we watch this battle. But I've never seen it so violent as we just saw then. Now let's see what Dantas can do here.
Harris was lucky, wasn't he, going through that last section? He's just driving defensively. Years of experience between both these guys. When you look at Dantas, whose career started in the late 90s in GTP racing and supercarts, spent a lot of time in the V8 Ute Series, up against a guy that cleaned the championship up on 3 occasions. He's got the speed this time, but Harris has got the brakes going down to turn number 11. So the battle reignites in the closing stages of race number 1 of the East Coast Bull Bar Super Utes here today at Winton.
And what I'm seeing here is some really clever car placement from Ryle Harris. This is a guy that's been doing this a long time, and so has Dantas. But what Ryle is doing, he's effectively wounded. He's got a knife in a gunfight, so it's not a fair fight, but he's using everything he can to deal with this, and he's doing a really good job. This is exciting.
It's really good to see. He knew he didn't have to speed. Oh, they bump. They bump going up the straight here.
That's okay. A little bit of rubbing like that, particularly with the amount that Ryle's moving around the road. That's fair. I think that was a little bit of Morse code for Dantas saying, hey, Ryle, I'll deal with a little bit of it, but I'm not going to give you too much leeway. This is a cool last lap to follow.
Absolutely it is. Down to the sweeper. Your leader coming through the shot now, out to 5 seconds. And
look at all
fluid leaking.
That's coming out of the radiator of that car, so that's not going to be helping Ryle at all. Every time he loads that right front tyre, look at him, sideways, off the road even.
So that might explain what happened on the previous lap through here. Yeah, it would have leaked onto the tyres in the previous lap. He got it sideways. That's what allowed Dantas to close that gap.
And anytime he goes through a left-hander and tries to load the car up on that right front, it's not going to do him any favours in terms of the car balance. I can't explain to you just how difficult this would be for Ryle Harris inside that car. If he finishes P2, that will be an extraordinary effort. Now, what's Dantas got? He needs to come up with something, because the outside's not going to work for you, mate. He'll give it a go, though.
He'll try. If Harris can hold this down, it'll be the most hard-fought. They make contact again. Will they be able to pull this up? No. They go off the track, and it's going to let Cameron go through. Meantime, Tom Alexander is going to win this race, his 2nd win of the year in the East Coast Bull Bar Super Utes, and Aaron Cameron is going to get 2nd place at the final corner.
Wow. I'm sure Aaron Cameron didn't want to get the P2 that way. It felt like it was brewing, didn't it? It felt like something was going to happen, and Ryle was really fighting hard. I saw a little shot there where the left front on Ryle's car was just wobbling around. Looks like it's broken a kingpin or something. So let's have a look here. What happens is Dantas is now in front. Ryle's going to brake, stop the car. He's gone really late. Now, anytime you see a front wheel make contact with a rear wheel like that, see that kingpin has broken?
Yeah.
Left front wheel flapping, because the rear wheel on Dantas' car is pretty solidly mounted. It's rotating around.
And there's the end result.
And it would have ripped the steering wheel out of Ryle's hand. Look at his head wobbling around in there.
Looking from behind down at turn 10.
It was building,
it was brewing,
wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it was. For about 2 laps, they were running 2nd and 3rd. It put Dantas back to 4th. And in the end, Harris got 5th, but that could have been 2nd position. And that's when Aaron Cameron said, thank you, I'll take that. And finishes in 2nd position behind Tom Alexander, who got the job done by nearly 9 seconds in race number 1 of round 2 of the East Coast Bull Bar Super.